I've known Christine for about 6 years, and she joined us at the youth group in 2008, and she did her senior project, the 30-hour famine, here at Faith Lutheran. And there's a picture of all the kids that she organized, and we raised a record amount, I think it was $3,400 that year, and that's a picture of the kids at the hotel. She was also the youth group leader on our mission trip to Puerto Rico last June in the Sonoma shirt, and that's all the kids that went on the mission trip. So I'm going to let Christine talk about her trip starting right now.
Hello. So I'm going to Uganda, I'm going to Africa. John put together these slides. It's some of the pictures from the Holy Innocents Children's Hospital, which is the organization we're working in partnership with. This is the Ugandan flag. And in Africa, the little circle, that's Uganda, or the square is Uganda. And specifically, we're working in Mbarara, which is the highlighted area in southern Uganda. And my instructor, the chair of nursing, she helped establish the Holy Innocents Children's Hospital in Uganda. So she's been there multiple times, I think it's like 13 times or something, to the specific site. And we're working in partnership with them, not necessarily in the hospital, but in the community around the hospital. So they're going to tell us like which villages or if there's specific families that we should go assess and need help. And we'll go into the villages, into the people's homes, and do assessments on the entire family, the adults, the children, specifically looking at the children because in past trips they've noticed developmental delays, which is mostly due to the malnutrition and to the malaria that is so common. And so malnutrition and malaria kill thousands of children each year, and it's something that can be prevented. And so that's what our job is, when our role going there is education, is teaching prevention rather than the medicine to treat it, to prevent it from ever happening. So bed nets can prevent like 50 to 60% of the cases of malaria, and such a simple thing to put over and sleep under a bed net each night. And for malnutrition, like we'll be going to the markets and the villages and looking at the resources that they have and the cost of them, so putting it in relation to what they can actually afford and use, and bringing that knowledge to them. So in a way that they can understand, simple, and we'll have interpreters with us at all times, and nurses and things. And if there's an immediate need, we will be referring to the hospital, providing the medical care there on site. But any money that we raise is going to go to the nursing supplies. So we're going to be doing blood pressure, and diabetes is really big there, and they don't have the medicines. But the teaching, we'll take the blood sugar, so we need the glucose test kits and the strips and things, and we'll provide the teaching about the foods or the exercise and how to try to stabilize their blood sugars using those techniques. The nutrition is something like ground nuts is really common in Uganda everywhere, and they're cheap, and to make like a peanut butter for protein, because they don't eat meat. It's too expensive to have meat as a source of protein. So things like that, or what you can add to milk to make a baby formula that's acceptable for an infant. And those are the kinds of treatment or teachings that we're going to be doing. Bed nets, those are the supplies that we're using the money to purchase, and most of it will be once we get there. And so I'm really excited to go on this trip, and much of my inspiration has been through the youth group and through John and all the work that we've done in Africa with my senior project and sponsoring the child in Ethiopia, and then the travel part, like when I went to Puerto Rico this past summer, like that I can travel and go make a difference in person, and it's just been always a dream to go to Africa, and now I'm going to get to use my nursing and touch the people in any small way, and hopefully the trips to come in the future will keep building on the work that we're doing. So I'm very excited to go. It's going to be an experience of a lifetime, and I appreciate all the support that I received from everyone here.
Yeah. Do you have any questions of Christine, or?
When do you go?
I leave on January 3rd, and we're going for 2 weeks. So we'll do community assessments and look at the markets and everything, and then go to our specific villages. And there's 12 students and 3 instructors from Dominican and a few people from University of San Diego that will all be meeting up and going there. I think there'll be some chemistry students testing water and things like that to look at how the purification systems work, and so it's exciting.
Great.
Any other questions? Just relating to my trip to Africa early this year, thanks to my daughter Chrissy, whose name is also Christine Marie, just like Christine Marie right here. It was really an eye-opener where I could really connect and see how difficult it is to live there, and I do thank my daughter for dragging me along on that trip, and it was just a great experience, and I know Christine's going to get so much out of this trip, and it will make an impact on her life and how she cares for people, and it's nice of her to ask to come and speak. I did not ask her to come and speak about this, and I was just so excited that she's willing to reach out. And we're going to try to get Megan here, who went to Africa last year, and she has a bunch of pictures, and she's at Trinity Episcopal today selling wreaths for Christine's trip also. So, again, thank you very much for the support of the youth group, and this is a testimony for your support.